Conversation that matters. It's good for your soul. Be breaking more with Dr. Moby Explored. Conversation that matters. It's good for your soul.
Hey explorers, I hope that each of you are well, exploring new things, new places, near and afar, but especially exploring new ways of relating to others. I have this conversation. It may not be something that each of you can relate to. It may be a conversation if you're not in a traditional work environment, if you're not in a traditional career path, if you're not in certain social settings. It may be a conversation that doesn't, it's unrelatable. For those of you who are in these traditional career paths, can I ask you a question? Have any of you all run into people who, at work or wherever you are, that they lead a conversation with what they do, their job title, their economic status, their educational attainment? Ugh. Hey, you haven't seen the video yet, but can you just subscribe? Can you share this video after you hear the content? But before we start into this video, click subscribe. It's free. Listen, we live in perilous times. We are living in times, to me, that it is much more important to have knowledge than to carry this title, this sense of entitlement, or this let your title or your economic status become your identity badge. I often wonder if we could feel more comfortable in our own skin and more comfortable if we did not put these titles on ourselves and on other people. Over the last 10 years, I've just really been noticing, and I had this conversation with my coworker, that more and more people on social media, if you in them clubhouse streets, I'm gonna say that more people are boastful. They tell you they're so self-important. And notice I said self-important. They try to persuade you about their greatness. I had to sit back and I had to wonder if people are caught up on the titles because in our history in the West, our history with having to force people to respect us, having this laborious and arduous journey in the West of getting to whatever social status, whatever economic status that we're on. It's been a rough journey for us. I get it. It hasn't been easy. I understand all of that. And I'm not minimizing the hard work that we've had to do, including myself, just to get a little bit further in life. Whatever that further is, I get it. I get it. But if you sit back and you reflect on 2020, you know that your title, your economic status in many situations, it didn't save you from getting COVID. It didn't save lives during the global pandemic that we're still in. So when you think about that and you start to put things into perspective and you understand that your title, your economic status, your educational attainment, it doesn't stop depression from creeping in. Mental health can still happen. Life still happens. So when you put those things into perspective and you sit back and you reflect over the blessed lives that many of us have had, and I know definitely just living, breathing is a blessing for me, I can then say I have no right to judge a person, or I have no right to lead a conversation with a job title, or lead a conversation to make someone else feel like they're less important because we're not in the same positions or places or settings in life. Do you get me? I think when people do that generally, and you tell me if I'm wrong, since I'm inquiring, I want to know. I think that when we get caught up on identity badge descriptors of who we say we are, which has nothing to do with who you really are, I think that it creates this falsehood. We're given this illusion and putting out these perceptions that may not be the truth behind our life, if that makes sense to you. There's this journal I read, a study, and it was the Academy of Management journal. I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen. And they did research on the job titles as an identity badge. And what they did was they took a group of employees and they allowed them to self-reflect on a job title and create pretty much their own job title that was more conducive to the actual roles and responsibilities that they do on the job. Because if you really think about it, most of our job titles don't really capture or reflect what we really do. And what they found in this study, and they noticed that staff experienced less emotional exhaustion when they were able to select their own self-reflective job title. So that lets you know that the titles we're given in many instances is not really what we do. A lot of times the job titles are just that, they're titles. They don't necessarily make you happier, right, in your job. And here's this. We often discount people because they don't have the titles or the positions we think they should have. So I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean is law firm has a paralegal. The paralegal may do all of the research for your case or various cases. The paralegal may run the office and know a lot in order to, the paralegal may be the person behind building the relationship, right? So you may speak to the paralegal more often than you speak to the actual attorney representing you. And you're going to discount the paralegal because it's not the attorney. You may talk to the paralegal any kind of way when in essence, the paralegal may be the person you need to build that relationship so they can get to the attorney and probably build the bridge that you need or be that advocate for you with the attorney. But instead you decide that you're going to treat them not so well. Let's think about secretaries. Oftentimes it's the secretaries that know the daily operations, and they're the ones who have the ability to have these human relationship capacities, right? They're the ones who, although they may not have the lead titles, they can push things and get things and make things happen for you. But you would rather treat the person with the title better than you treat the secretary, who can block stuff for you, who can actually make it more difficult for you to get the things that you need done if you're calling an office. So that's what I mean. What if we change our thought process on how we treat people and work more on our personality, our characteristics, and I think I say this over and over, work on our moral compass, work on our moral compass and create better people skills for ourselves, gaining knowledge about what? New places, new things, near and afar, and gaining new ways of relating to other people. And then we would know that we need to be advocates and what we need to do when situations like what's happening with the Haitians, what happened with the Haitians at the border. We would want to get involved and become knowledgeable about that. We will want to get involved and say, hey, how do I help so that Black and brown immigrants won't continue to be treated in the manner in which our government is treating them? That's the stuff that matters in life. Those are the things that matter. So if we stop, we create space for everyone to thrive, no matter what setting we're in. We treat everyone with respect, right? We treat everyone, because we're all important. All of us have a role that God has designed us for. Every last one of us. And your role may look different than my role. And I may not be able to do what you do, and you may not be able to do what I do. But if we put what we do, you do, and I do together, then we can do, and we can thrive, and we can reach new heights, and we can gain knowledge together. And I don't have to treat my fellow man bad because I think they're not on the same level as I am. Whatever that means. Right? So your $250 million network, while it's great, and all of us aspire, or many or most of us, let me say, because not everybody would love to aspire to reach that, but we know that that's not our identity. Okay? But listen, I just want us, and I know I'm on one, and it's because I've been thinking about this. This conversation has come up in conversation with me and some other people recently. I actually made this video about a month ago. I made a video about this, and I decided, no, I'm not going to post it. And I just wanted to just recreate the video and to rethink about some things to share with you. Life is so much more than our identity badges. It's so much more than that. Who we are is so much more than our identity badges that we wear so proudly. Listen, I'm Dr. Moby, but if you never call me doctor, I'm still Moby. Who are you? What identity badges can you lay down right now today? Be safe, be blessed. Like, share, and subscribe. Mwah.